Hey guys, just before we get this video started, just want to give a reason for why exactly I'm reviewing this film. Because recently I thought about what I said in the top 10 films of 2013 that me and James did, where I stated that The Hunt was my favourite foreign film of all time. And I just thought to myself, yeah, The Hunt is an amazing film, but I think I might need to expand my film knowledge and my foreign film knowledge. So that's why I'm going to be doing this series, I guess you can call it. I've just literally looked at a load of foreign films that I own, put them in random.org, hit random, and I've literally just went off that list and I'm going to be watching them. And I just thought, hey, why don't I just bring you guys on with a journey and to see me get an expanded knowledge of foreign films. Hello everybody, I am Oscar, and as you're going to tell by the title, or wherever YouTube has put it now, at this moment it's down there, I'm going to be reviewing the 1948 Italian film Bicycle Thieves. Now I've literally just finished watching the film. I just thought I'd tell you what are my thoughts on it. First of all, I'm just going to explain what the film's about, and I would say it's about a guy who, well, I would say who is in the slums, the Italian slums, I guess you would say. He's not a rich guy. His family, his wife and his kid, you know, they're not a rich family. He finally gets a job putting up, I think it's movie posters, and for that job he needs a bicycle. So his wife sells some bed sheets in order to get the money to get the bicycle for his job, because otherwise he can't have the job if he doesn't have a bicycle. So he gets a bicycle, and I don't think this is spoiling anything, because I mean it's in the title. His bike gets stolen, and the film is basically him, Antonio Ricci, and his son Bruno Ricci trying to find his bike. What are my thoughts on the film? I actually honestly thought this was a very good film. I will talk about the ending later on in the video, just because I think I finished watching it, I want to talk about the ending of it. One thing I'm getting from Italian cinema out of this and The Great Beauty is that they were all beautifully shot. I'm probably saying that just because it's like, it's interesting just to see like the landscapes and just the buildings of Italy, where considering I don't live in Italy, so it's just more interesting for me to see that type of thing. And the acting in this was great, not only by the guy who played Antonio, but by the kid who played Bruno, who's not a kid anymore, he's an elder. But he was really good in the film as well. It's mainly the guy who played, it's mainly, then I wouldn't even say it's mainly Antonio's film, it's both Antonio and Bruno's film. You really feel for the character of Antonio Ricci, because you're like, he needs his bike, you know, he wants, you know, he needs a job, so it's like, that bike is his job, and of course he would care for that. I thought the writing was really cool. That's one thing that I noticed, because I was thinking to myself, like, there's no unneeded scene in the film, that's always great, because if there's an unneeded scene in the film, you're just like, can we skip this now? But there was no unneededness in this film. And you really do sympathise for Antonio, and you really do relate to the kid who's just trying to help his dad out, because, you know, he sees that he needs this, and it's just, you connect with the characters, and that's what, I mean, if a film can get me to connect to the characters, then I'm fine. This film, it's like, the story is kind of, I wouldn't say generic. It's kind of like something it's been done since this film, I'll say, and which kind of it didn't ruin it, because I mean, as I said, I was in it with the character. There was one moment in the film which I was like, oh, is this how it's going to... I think I can see how it's going to end. And then it didn't end how I think it was going to end, which in a way is good. But, you know, hey, spoiler. I'm going to be talking about a spoiler now for the film. Spoiler, wherever it is. Antonio went to... I think she was a psychic or something like that, and she said like, hey, if you don't see the bike this morning, if you don't see your bicycle this morning, then you'll never see it again, blah blah. What I was expecting is like he sees it and he was like, yeah, I found it. Ooh, I mean, which I was like, is it really going to be like that? But I was saying to myself, okay, at least he might get his bike back. And what happened since then? He bumped into the kid who he thought stole his bike, and then it was a big ruckus and everything, and then it really got you thinking yourself, was like, wait, was that really the guy who stole his bike? Am I really, like, wait, hang on, was that, because I didn't really see his face either. Was that, I don't know. That's where a second viewing would probably come in handy. But he bumps into him, policeman says, hey, look, you're not going to be able to get, you're screwed basically. You're not going to be able to win if you're going to go to court, you're stuffed, forget about it, don't press charges against him essentially. So Antonio and Bruno walk off, and then they sit down on a curb, they look, and at this point I'm just checking the time on my PS3, like how long's left, just because I was curious, and I see there's like 6 minutes left. I was like, oh wow, wait, so is he gonna find his bike soon? What happens is that Antonio tells Bruno to get the street cart. Bruno misses the street cart, while Antonio attempts to steal a bicycle, and near enough the entire town chase him down, because it's like, thief, thief, thief. They get him, they slap him about a bit, he almost gets arrested, but then the owner of the bike just says, forget it, he's got enough trouble, just leave him. And then the film ends with like Antonio and Bruno walking off crying amongst the Italian city. And then it ends, and I'm just like, that's kind of a downer ending. It's like, I really feel bad. And I'm like, the more I think about it, it's like, that's in a way good, because I feel bad that character didn't get his bike back. So thus, the film's job of getting me to connect to the character, as well as the actor's job, really worked. And I'm thinking to myself like, wow, that's made me really sad that he didn't get his bicycle now, because I mean, everything went wrong for Antonio. Everything went wrong. He needed to get a bike to begin with, because the bike that he had was broke originally, so he needed to get a bike, otherwise he couldn't get a job to feed his family. He couldn't... So they had to sell their bed sheets, so they don't have any sheets anymore. But eventually got the bike. His bike then got stolen. He almost got in a street fight with a bunch of people when he accused a guy who looked very similar to the guy that stole his bike. And then he attempted to steal a bike and almost got sent to jail. It's like, overall thoughts. Film was beautifully shot. Film was brilliantly acted, especially by the actor who played Antonio and Bruno, especially by those two. The story was actually really cool and everything. Overall, I'm going to give The Bicycle Thieves a thumbs up. I'm not sure if it's really for everyone. If you're a film fan, you have to kind of watch The Bicycle Thieves. It's really one of those films, like, if you are a film fan, you should watch The Bicycle Thieves, because I can see film students studying this film. It's like one of those types of films. So guys, thanks for watching. Have you guys seen Bicycle Thieves? Is anyone interested in seeing it? If you have, comment below, let me know. We can have a discussion about it. I mean, I will talk about it. Links down below for the Twitter and Facebook for all the Heel Pictures crew, including me. And till next time, guys, I shall see you later, and see ya.